So good. Woo! I've been editing more than ever. We've got so many awesome projects that I'm so excited to share on the channel. And I've been asking the question of how do I stay creatively energized to develop new ideas and avoid burnout? And there's one key thing that I'm gonna tell you right away to avoid that, and that is play. It is so important to play. That single thing I think has made a massive impact on the last 3 months of my work is do an activity that I absolutely love doing just for the sake of doing, doesn't progress my career. I'm not doing it just for physical fitness. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. I'm playing. The act of doing it is just fun. So no, I don't have a bunch of productivity hacks in this video or extra stuff that you need to do or systems or processes to implement. This one's pretty simple, and that is just make sure that you play in your week. I'm gonna take you out playing with me right now, my favorite thing to do these days. We're running out of sunlight. It's the evening already, and I don't wanna run out, so I'm gonna leave my camera here, take my phone, and let's go. So, the thing that I've been keeping a secret from my channel for a year, and I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that, and I don't necessarily think it's bad for now, including it into videos, is, maybe you've guessed it, mountain biking. I can't help but acknowledge that it's a bit paradoxical for me to say, hey, increase your productivity by playing. And the way I play is on a multi-thousand-dollar toy. It's okay, that's not necessarily directly applicable to everyone's situation. And I would say, yeah, it wasn't applicable for me for the decade that I didn't have a bike. I never felt like I had enough disposable income to spend on it. And I was more prioritizing getting the van ready and those kinds of things. You kind of just get used to things missing sometimes. I guess you just adjust to it. But boy, there was maybe a year and a half ago, I got to ride someone else's bike. And it just made me realize, man, I miss just pedaling through the trees and not worrying about how fast I'm going and just having fun. I miss I miss the activity drawing me in and asking me to come do it more and more just for the sake of doing it. Okay, this right here is my favorite trail. It's like a big, flowy pump track. Oh, the dirt is lovely today. Not too slippery. The drainage on this trail is so good. Woo. See what I mean? Just one giant pump track. I'm really hoping that section of trail helps you catch a glimpse for what I love about playing out here in the forest, especially on two wheels. It is just so delightful. And the way this place is laid out, it makes it really easy to do all sorts of different circuits, going down different trail routes. So right now I'm getting a a little bit of a break in from the downhill and getting to pedal back up. And we're gonna go to a different section. Some of you remember last year my Opa passed away, my dad's dad. And as a result of that, some of the inheritance money trickled down to us grandkids. A small amount, but enough to take a dent out of the purchase of something. And so I was kind of reflecting, you know, what would my Opa think would be a rad way for me to spend this money in remembrance of him. I thought, you know, he'd probably really enjoy it if I got out and played and got into the outdoors and spent time in the woods with this. My Opa spent a lot of time in the woods growing up north, building things out of trees, building log cabins, fishing, those kinds of things. And you know, being in outdoor spaces is something I love, and I haven't necessarily felt that a mountain bike was a reasonable purchase at the various stages of my young adult life so far. And his inheritance money helped take a big enough dent off a mountain bike like this, and I bought this last summer. Okay, we climbed up a little higher this time. It's fun sharing it with you as well, but when I'm just riding by myself and I'm just with my thoughts, it's kind of surprising the little mental connections that will just randomly happen. And it's pretty frequent that I'll like do Hey Siri to my phone and say, hey, make a note of this thought I just had. And I'm just constantly doing vocal notes as I'm out here riding. And something about the kinesthetic, like the physical movement in the ground and the earth and like feeling movement while trying to think of ideas, those two together for me are like, it's a superpower. Before we get back on the bike and make our way down this next trail, I also wanted to let you know about the sponsor of this video and how they impact the work that I do with my production company, and that is Squarespace. They're an all-in-one platform for building and running your own website. And the best part is that it's really simple to use. It's a drag and drop system. You don't need to do any coding. You don't need to do any updating or patching or anything where you've got to like hack something together with all these different tools and plugins. You pick a theme, but the theme is kind of less important because you can customize all the look anyways. They've got all these amazing tools that are right there available for you to use. So I recommend actually going over to Squarespace and starting a free trial, because that way you can build a website and just see how it looks, see what you think of the platform. You can get something set up really quickly and get a sense for how the platform works, and more importantly, just how straightforward and how beautiful it will look. So get your images on there, change the fonts, change some colors, and then when you're ready to commit, make sure that you use my code for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And this trail also might have some hikers coming up it, so I gotta make a bit more noise, which isn't a problem because I'm stoked. Oh yeah. Another new thing for me recently is switching to riding clipped in. And the big reason for that is riding over chatter like this stuff on the hardtail. My feet were just always shifting on my pedals. And I had nice riding shoes and pedals too, but they just would always move from all the bumps. And so riding clipped in, while it's a little bit more intimidating, makes my feet not move around as much on bumpy stuff. And I like that. Makes me feel more at one with the bike too. Woo! Oh, that's always fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed joining in with me today. I certainly had fun taking you along. I've got another video coming up. If you enjoyed this one and you're still watching here with me, I've got a bike packing video where I load this mountain bike up with gear and head out on my first backpacking overnight camping trip. And that's coming up really soon here. It's It's a little bit more of an involved video. It's kind of like a mini tiny content plus, I call it sometimes, but I put like that extra level of effort in. I was about to say microdoc, but it's not a microdoc. But that's coming up very soon. So if you enjoyed this, I think you're really gonna enjoy that upcoming video. And thanks for supporting me, and talk to you soon. Remember, life's better when you make stuff. Peace.